Hold on tight, because this is a nuclear bomb. Marcus Rashford, the English sensation, the Manchester United killer, is now with Barcelona. Yes, you heard it right. Joan Laporta has pulled off the deal of the century. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it today, July 19, 2025, with his iconic "Here we go." United has said yes, and Rashford is already a Blaugrana. We're talking about the transfer that will change Barcelona's destiny, shake up La Liga, and turn Camp Nou upside down. If this news excites you and you can't wait to see how Hansi Flick transforms Marcus into a beast, give this a like, share this video with all your cool friends, and subscribe to Barca Without Limits to not miss a second of this passion. Do you think Rashford will be the new hero of Camp Nou? This is the transfer we needed. Today, at Barca Without Limits, we tell you all the details of this historic operation, the secrets behind the negotiations, and why Rashford is the man who will bring us back to glory. Stay tuned, because this is madness. Marcus Rashford, the 27-year-old star striker, has given a definitive yes to FC Barcelona, and Manchester United has accepted the offer. Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, has dropped the bomb. The deal is agreed in principle with a loan including an option to buy, and Rashford is ready to fly to Barcelona to undergo medical tests in the coming days. This is a move worthy of "Here we go." Camp Nou is about to welcome a player who combines speed, power, goals, and a hunger for glory that perfectly fits the Blaugrana DNA. But how did we get here? Barcelona has been chasing Rashford for months. Since January, when negotiations failed due to financial fair play issues, the club has not taken its eyes off the Englishman. Rashford, after a complicated season at United and a loan spell at Aston Villa, where he scored 4 goals and provided 6 assists in 17 matches, has risen like a phoenix. His talent has never been in doubt, but now, with Flick at the helm, Barcelona sees him as the perfect player to complete a dream attack. And the best part is that Rashford has chosen Barcelona above all other clubs. Yes, he said no to the million-dollar offers from Saudi Arabia and the sirens of Bayern Munich because his dream is to wear the blue and garnet. Manchester United, on the other hand, has given its approval. After the arrival of Ruben Amorim as manager, Rashford has lost his importance, and they even took away his number 10 jersey to give it to Matheus Cunha. A humiliation that the Englishman will not forget, but which he now turns into motivation to shine at Barcelona. United, needing funds to rebuild its team, has accepted an operation including a loan with an option to buy, a masterstroke by Laporta to bypass the club's economic limitations. Joan Laporta, our president, the king of the impossible, has once again shown why he is the best. The agreement, according to the latest information, is a loan for 1 season with an option to buy for around 35 to 40 million euros. A bargain considering Rashford's talent, whose market value is estimated at over 50 million. But the most surprising thing is that Rashford has agreed to reduce his salary, which at United exceeded 325,000 euros per week, to make his arrival at Camp Nou possible. That's commitment. Manchester United, which initially wanted a direct sale, has given in to Barcelona's insistence and Rashford's will. The English club, in full reconstruction under Amorim's orders, needs to free up salary space and save money. And this deal allows them to come out on top without completely losing their star. Moreover, Barcelona has played its cards intelligently. The departure of Ansu Fati, who is about to sign for Monaco, has freed up space in the budget, giving the necessary margin to conclude this operation without violating the rules of financial fair play. Bayern Munich was very close to securing Rashford's services with a more solid economic project and a higher offer than Barcelona's. However, the Englishman, who has been dreaming for months of playing at Camp Nou, has made it clear that his priority was Barcelona. He even met with his brother and agent, Vane Maynard, in Barcelona to negotiate directly with Deco and Flick. That's love for the blue and garnet colors. And Flick, who has given his approval for the transfer, is convinced that Rashford will be the missing piece to lead Barcelona to the top. Marcus Rashford is not an ordinary striker. He is a true phenomenon who is about to revolutionize FC Barcelona. At 27, the Englishman is at the peak of his career, at that magical moment where experience combines with boundless energy and talent that can change the course of a game in the blink of an eye. Rashford is a killer, a player who combines supersonic speed, immense power, electric feints, and a goal-scoring instinct that makes him a nightmare for any defense. But what makes him so special? Let's talk about his versatility, because Rashford is not a one-dimensional striker. He can shine as a pure number 9, scoring in the box with the precision of a surgeon. He can overflow as a left winger, using his speed to leave fullbacks behind and send venomous crosses. He can even play on the right wing, creating chaos with his ability to change pace and his reading of the game. In his best season with Manchester United, in 2022-23, he scored 30 goals in all competitions, a number that shows that when he is in form, he is practically unstoppable. And although the last few years have been up and down, his loan spell at Aston Villa in the 2024-25 season reminded us of his class. 4 goals and 6 assists in just 17 matches. That's impact. But the numbers only tell part of the story. Rashford is not just a goal scorer. He is a player who transforms the game. His speed, which allows him to leave defenders behind in a sprint, is ideal for the vertiginous football that Hansi Flick wants to implement at Barcelona. Imagine a typical play. Frenkie de Jong recovers the ball in the midfield, PEDRI makes a through pass into space, and there appears Rashford like a flash, breaking defensive lines and scoring with the calmness of the greats. Or a quick transition with Rashford and LAMINE running together, combining on the side and generating constant danger. These are the types of plays that make opponents tremble, and Rashford has the quality to execute them to perfection. Moreover, Rashford brings something that Barcelona desperately needs: unpredictability. In recent years, we have relied too much on Robert Lewandowski for goals, and although the Polish player is a living legend, he cannot carry the entire weight of the attack alone. Rashford, with his ability to create his own opportunities, whether through dribbling, long-range shots, or off-the-ball movements, will relieve this pressure. Imagine Rashford and Lewandowski together in the box, the Englishman opening spaces for the Pole to score or vice versa, or Rashford combining with Yamal, whose youth and audacity perfectly match the Englishman's experience. This trio would be a nightmare for any defense, from Real Madrid to Bayern Munich. And that's not all. Rashford also brings a steel mentality. After complicated years at Manchester United, where he was questioned for his inconsistency and even humiliated by losing the number 10 jersey to Matheus Cunha, the Englishman arrives with a hunger for revenge. He is not a player who comes to relax or cash a check. He is a warrior who wants to show the world that he is still one of the best. And Barcelona, with its history of epic resurrections, is the perfect place for Rashford to be reborn. Let's remember Ronaldinho, who arrived at a difficult time and became the king of football, or Luis Suarez, who arrived with doubts and marked an era. Rashford has the talent, attitude, and ideal framework to follow this path and become an eternal hero. Another key point is his adaptation to Hansi Flick's system. The German coach has implemented a style of play based on intensity, high pressing, and quick transitions. And Rashford seems to have been designed for this scheme. At Aston Villa, he demonstrated that he could not only score and provide assists but also press relentlessly, recover balls, and work for the team. This is crucial in Flick's Barcelona, where every player must contribute both defensively and offensively. Imagine Rashford leading the press with Yamal and Rafinha, asphyxiating opponents and stealing balls in the opponent's half. This intensity, combined with his quality, can make Barcelona unbeatable. And let's talk about his experience on the big stages, because Rashford is not a novice. He has played in the Champions League with Manchester United, scored in key matches, and represented England in World Cups and Euros. He knows what it's like to handle the pressure of a big club, what it's like to play with the weight of the fans on his shoulders. At his age, he has the perfect balance between youth and experience, making him ideal to lead the Blaugrana attack. At Camp Nou, where every match is a final, Rashford will not just survive, he will shine. Imagine the stadium roaring his name after a magnificent goal in a Clásico or on a Champions League night. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Furthermore, Rashford has a special connection with Barcelona's DNA. His admiration for Thierry Henry, a Blaugrana legend, is no coincidence. The Englishman has publicly stated that he wanted to emulate Henry's style with his elegant dribbles, ability to unbalance defenses, and surgical finishing. And at Barcelona, with its tradition of offensive and associative play, Rashford has the opportunity to realize this dream. Imagine Rashford receiving a pass from GAVI, dribbling past 2 defenders, and scoring a goal reminiscent of Henry at his peak. This is the football we love. Finally, let's talk about the psychological impact. Rashford brings not just goals and assists, he brings hope. Barcelona fans have been waiting for a transfer that makes us vibrate, that restores our faith in a winning project. After years of economic difficulties and sporting disappointments, Rashford's arrival is like a ray of light. He is a player who can unite the dressing room, inspire the youth, and connect with the stands. Because Rashford is not just a striker, he is a leader, a symbol that Barcelona is back, ready to fight for everything. With him on the field, Camp Nou will be a fortress, and opponents will tremble every time they see his name on the team sheet. Marcus Rashford, the striker who will make Europe tremble, is now with FC Barcelona. This name now resonates with renewed strength, carrying hopes and dreams for thousands of fans. Joan Laporta, with his legendary flair, has once again made history by concluding a bold operation that puts Barcelona back at the center of the world stage. Fabrizio Romano, the famous transfer specialist journalist, has confirmed it. It's official, the football world holds its breath. Manchester United has said yes, and Rashford is ready to fly to Barcelona, ready to start writing his legend under the Catalan sky. This is the moment we have all been waiting for, that magical moment when destiny seems to smile on Barcelona again. The moment when the club regains its place as the best club on the planet, where the dreams of the fans come true, and where history is made before our amazed eyes. Hansi Flick, the visionary coach, has in his hands a player who can change everything, a raw talent capable of redefining the club's future. We, the Barcelona fans, have the unique opportunity to see a new star born, to live those moments when the magic of football operates and legends are created. Marcus Rashford is not just another striker. He is much more than that. He is the living symbol of Barcelona's resilience and ambition, the symbol that Barcelona never gives up, that we always aim higher, that our Blaugrana heart beats stronger than ever. Rashford embodies that eternal flame that burns within each of us, that unquenchable passion for our club, that unshakable faith in a glorious future.